Yes, we are ready.
Yeah, the
So,
book is very हाँ जी बोलिए पहले आप पूछिए फिर
please
मैं
go ahead, ma'am.
नहीं book is very nice. That's what I've been thinking, in small lines, in short. We can immediately recollect what we have read, especially what we have read today, till today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very good reminder every time you go through anything. Now, like uh, yesterday, we missed our flight, it
Mm.
got cancelled. Otherwise, I
Mm.
wouldn't be sitting at home and attending the session. Now we are
Okay.
leaving on my sister and myself. That's why I said we leaving
Mm-hmm.
on the 9th of December. But so we are going by Air India now.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
I'm from Indore to Pune to my hometown. We are
Oh,
stuck over here. I came to
yeah,
see my brother. And yeah, yesterday our flight got cancelled. So in all these circumstances, we were just cool about it and thinking, let's take things as it comes. And there are small, small reminders from the book also. It is very nice book. There is no doubt about it.
Mm.
That's what
Good to see you,
I
Mangala,
feel
ma'am.
about it.
good
Missed
morning.
you last week.
I know, I was at my sister-in-law's place, but I didn't have any access to this, and on the mobile it would not open.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm the type who'll never miss. You know that. And I also heard someone saying, "Arey, Mangala is not there. Abhi pehle kaun padega?"
Mm. How are you finding the book, ma'am?
Uh, I don't know. Last time I missed out, but this time I am finding it a little more reflective. His what shall I say? He doesn't flow with the river. He flows anti. So he sets you thinking at every step, and then you begin to feel, Arey, what exactly are my thoughts? What exactly are my dreams? What sort of a life am I leading?
Mm-hmm.
So the purpose itself seems to be at the first stage reflective, and of course that it is very meditative also.
Mm.
So, Medha madam, this is not as bad as, let me tell you once in 1 minute. I'm saying, I hope Pinaki sir will allow me to say that. I was returning from Paris to Mumbai. Hello, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am. We can
Yeah.
listen.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, I'm listening.
yeah. So, and, I had checked in at the airport, Paris airport, and it's like my mother tongue, so to say. So I was just chatting, chatting, chatting. Just then there was an announcement that there is a terror attack, and all the passengers should be removed from the airport. So they physically closed down the airport, and at 10:30 in the night, they just pushed us onto the road. You do what you want. Our security is more important. So, uh, let me tell you what worked to my advantage was my French. I spoke a little thing, and then, it was still a matter of fascination that someone can speak so fluently. I speak French as fluently as I speak English. So I managed to impress them, and by sheer goodness, one of the employees who was there, he said, just come behind me, I'll push you underground. So underground, there were 3 floors. The airport has 3 floors. So quietly and very hidingly, they pushed me down there. So I was the only one who was at the airport, but there was nobody down there. Imagine you're an entire airport, 3 floors down there, you're all alone. But at least my life was saved rather than staying on the road at 10:30 or 11:30 in the night. So I've gone through this also. And I was
Mm-hmm.
traveling all alone.
Yeah, yeah. No, we are just at home at my brother's place. It's very Pinaki. If in simple word, if I say this book is really simple and straight.
Mm.
But it does set you thinking.
Of course. That in case, I mean, any book, any book.
Good to see you, Binel. Good to see you, Manish, after a long time. Good to see you, Ankita. Ankita had a phenomenal experience yesterday where she found this book absolutely helpful. And she called me around 10:30 at night to share her experiences. Ankita, why don't you share it with us?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
share your
sorry.
experience with us, yeah, that you had yesterday.
Huh. So yesterday I had been out with my friends, and I we were in the cab, and the mobile was in the pocket. So the mobile, it got slipped off and it went in the cab, and uh, I forgot it there. Then after a while I realized, oh, my mobile was not there. Then we tried reaching the driver. It was from the Rapido, but the driver did not pick the call. We tried multiple times, more than 10 times or 50 times. मिला ही नहीं. तो उस ऐसे we tried reaching the Rapido customer care. They didn't receive it. So I was completely freezed, and I didn't know what to do. I did not freak out. I was simply I was like freezed, but didn't speak anything. And after that, uh, I started thinking like next what to do. Police को call करना है या and the thing happened was my location was on, and I had, since we had been outside to a new location, so I had shared it with my friend, uh, and I shared it for the entire day. I could see my mobile was going, and we were able to track it, in which it was at 5 kilometer distance. It was moving in the traffic. So I didn't know what to do. Then suddenly I thought, okay, instead of waiting, uh, I we booked a live, I mean, a normal auto, and we started tracing that mobile. So we d- I was I was only visualizing ki uh, I closed my eyes, and I was freezed and visualizing कि आज मिलेगा mobile, and I visualized कि uh, the other person is not he is not going to do anything for my mobile, and वो मेरे को hand over करेगा. तो with it was peak time, traffic time, and that cab driver was he the mobile had gone inside the seat, and it was in vibration mode. He didn't know that it was in his car, or else he would have easily switched off the mobile. And my friend's charger was off. I mean, her charging was very low, 15%. And since the live location was on, it was going on decreasing. So it was that moment, and we were my other two friends. They were thinking कि अभी मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा ऐसे, but I had some hopes कि नहीं मिलेगा. तो I simply closed my eyes and I visualized strongly कि मिल रहा है, and I'm nearing. We were we were around 10 kilometers apart. So, and the rickshaw wala, we got him, and he had faced the same situation. The auto driver की um किसी का sorry, 1 month बैक भी ऐसा ही इंसिडेंट, उस ऑटो ड्राइवर ने किसी का मोबाइल को मिला के दिया था. तो सेम सिचुएशन हैपेंड एंड वी गॉट सच पर्सन, बट आई वाज ओनली क्लोजिंग माय आईज एंड आई वाज विजुअलाइजिंग कि मुझे मिल रहा है, एंड that driver is good enough and he's handing over to the mobile with me. Though the situation was opposite. I was only praying, continuous. And I had decided I'll open my eyes only when I will get my mobile. And we traced, and finally we were nearing that mobile, and it was impossible to cover, but I had the belief ki we will get it. And as after we were 5 minutes distance, the driver, he picked up the call, and my other friends, they told him, you should not go anywhere, you be there where you are. And then he got to know that mobile was near him, and he switched off the location. But still, since we were in that 2 minutes distance, we were able to catch him easily.
Hmm.
And after that, only I opened my eyes and I saw that what I had imagined, that he's handing the mobile to us, and the same scene I could see in front of me. So that happened with me yesterday, and I was completely clear I'm going to get my mobile no matter what. So that was my experience.
Good. Good, Ankita. This is, typical story for a बॉलीवुड फिल्म. आपकी स्टोरी दे दो हिरानी सर को, पिक्चर में आ जाएगा. And then there'll be songs, there'll be things, these are the new
But,
topics they want. But these are
but,
thrilling,
but
challenging, but it also shows that you can think so fast and think positively. So that's a great, great quality which you have. What I said the first
it
half
was not there.
was
It
just for
was not
fun.
there.
But really, if you share this topic and the way, I'm sure nobody has thought of कि बॉलीवुड का ऐसा फिल्म हो सकता है, और पुलिस चोर तो is the thing and fun हो जाएगा.
Ma'am, but in that freak out, I would have freaked out if I didn't read book and if I didn't do this morning reading. So my mind
Absolutely.
subconsciously,
Absolutely.
it
So let's
started
thank
working.
Pinaki sir. He's keeping us
Yes.
on in our senses.
Yeah. So that is the power of, like, I realized yesterday. I didn't freak out
Great,
and I
great.
didn't think
Yeah,
negative.
these little adventures remain lifelong with us.
तो सब लोग बोल रहे थे कि गया 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 अभी नहीं मिलेगा. एंड इट वाज एनी टाइम कि दैट लोकेशन कुड हैव बीन ऑफ, बट वो चालू था by God's grace, and my battery was full.
Yeah, yeah. And no, it is also, I see, on the one hand, you were alert, the driver was not so alert. So that also helped you. If he was alert, he would
Yeah.
have done something with it. I don't know what.
And in metro city, losing this thing is everything will be there in the mobile, right? So that was very fearful. At the same time, I did not lose hopes.
Yeah.
Very
So
fast
that's the
feeling.
lesson we all should learn. See, even these big companies, important things they keep in physical form also. Because remember, some time back, there was a computer crash. All the computers had crashed. Microsoft का कुछ तो problem हुआ था. So these things can happen, and then ultimately let us not feel that technology is the end. It's convenient, it's practical, it's useful, but it's not always 100% proof in every situation. It doesn't help us. I've seen 2, 3 situations where technology didn't help us. Ultimately, what helped you is, आप गए कहाँ, and then see, if there is no internet, आप क्या कर सकते हो? कुछ नहीं. You're helpless. Whereas if it is in physical form, you can produce your documents and show them.
ये सब था, यही सब बोल रहे थे बाकी के फ्रेंड्स, बट आई वाज ओनली विजुअलाइजिंग कि नहीं, मुझे मिल रहा है
Yeah,
एंड दैट.
you in your situation did a wonderful job, but I'm just trying to tell you that putting everything on in your mobile is not helpful. It doesn't help in every situation. Sometimes, see simple things, internet nahi hai, kya kar sakte hain? Kuch nahi. So it's best you have something in physical form also, which you can always produce it. And have it in both, especially if you're traveling or doing these things. It teaches us lessons of precaution. Anyway,
So I
Pinaki.
decided not to use it, and I'll take a small phone and use another SIM and keep this in the bag. So that was
No,
a
but
lesson learned.
but always it's also practical. Never put everything on one phone. Like, simple. I'll tell you one thing. If you don't link your bank account to your phone, Your money is safe. There is no such thing as cyber problems. In the sense, I have a small mobile exclusively for my account, for my bank. The rest is, different. So
Yes.
we have to learn, unfortunately. Anyway,
Yes, ma'am.
Pinaki, sir, today, as usual, I'm going to read first, please. Please. I love to read first. इधर गए पिनाकी सर. Hello.
So, Ankita, first thing is, I just want to congratulate you for being courageous during those state. You know, उस मोमेंट में जो courage आपने दिखाया, that makes a hell lot of difference. That makes you who you are.
सर वो
No,
बुक रीडिंग से ही आ
see,
गया सर.
the
You
critical
know.
moment is when she reached the driver, and the driver said, "Yes, I have it." If he had to say, "मेरे पास नहीं है," आप बोल रहे हैं लोकेशन, मेरे को क्या लेना देना है? She would have been helpless.
So this is first thing. That I just want to congratulate you for that. Being present, showing the courage, having faith. This is one. You know, because ऐसी सिचुएशन में courageous होना बहुत मुश्किल है. Very few people have that courage to become courageous during such situations.
Yeah,
Number
during
one.
crisis.
Number two, this is a beautiful example of how law of attraction works. It's a very powerful example, extremely powerful example. Just think of the whole situation about that entire 90 minutes or 120 minutes of the journey of your life that you are going through. Imagine that was your everything during those 2 hours. You couldn't even think of anything which can come in your way. No distractions, nothing at all. Complete dedication, completely being aligned with the universe, completely being aligned with the cosmic forces. No logic was working at that point of time. The only thing was the connection. Like what I say, that being consciously aware and staying consciously connected. You demonstrated that. Okay. And I always say the most powerful part of law of attraction is the last six letters, ACTION. Whatever action you take, that is going to define what you are going to manifest. Even thinking is an action. Many of us don't even observe that. Even thinking is an action. And that action results in the activities that we normally do after that. So you demonstrated that, Ankita. You were absolutely clear, your actions were absolutely clear, your ask from the universe was absolutely clear. You're completely focused on that without any distraction during those 2 hours. You did exactly what is supposed to be done. You had complete faith in universe, and universe has no choice but to conspire and get things for you. That your friend's phone was on even at 15% battery. All of a sudden you got this auto driver who had a similar experience about a month back, and he jumped the red lights because he knew that how important it is for you. Eventually you got in touch with that cab and you got it. My invitation is, you can apply the same thing for anything to achieve in your life, and you demonstrated what straight thinking is all about yesterday. Book पढ़ने से कुछ होता नहीं unless you start living that book, living the way the author was living when he was writing that book. Every morning when we show up at 6:30 a.m., 6:45 a.m., when we discuss our experiences over yesterday about one of the chapters that we read in the morning on those Monday to Fridays, this led you to think straight, and you demonstrated that how thinking straight really works in real life, real time.
Yes, sir. That only I was trying to tell.
है ना?
Yeah.
So hats off to you. It's a big learning for me.
Yes,
कितना
yes.
बड़ा
Yeah.
learning है
It's
मेरे
very
लिए.
motivating, and
It's
all the
it's
more
it's
because
beyond imagination.
in our culture, people think women are not capable, and वो क्या कर सकते? Here is an example. Ankita, this should be a landmark in your life.
है ना? So preserve this phone as your baby. It will remind you
Yes,
many
sir.
things on your way forward in your journey of life.
Yes, sir.
You know. Thank
You
you.
know, Pinaki, in my case also, we were just thinking now that the flight is not leaving on Saturday. We are not sure about it, leaving or not leaving. Then I got in touch with my son, and aram se we were just thinking ki what should be done next. So by that time we were checking other airlines, the prices were also going higher and higher. And then finally we decided, and first we were getting Monday's ticket, and that also got like packed. Then we immediately decided, no, now let's try Air India, and we got ticket for Tuesday. And not even once I thought anything else. I just thought, like Tuesday we are going home because I have to prepare myself all the things I have to carry, whatever I have to carry for my next journey. So, like there was no pressure, nothing on my mind. Even my Aram say we got ticket for Tuesday now. So
Mhm.
relax listening to everybody over here now. Shall we start now reading?
Yes,
Absolutely,
I'm going
ma'am.
to start. I'm going to start.
I'm just sharing the
Yes,
screen.
yes, please go ahead.
It's thrilling to start. Yeah. Do I start, Pinaki
Yes,
sir?
ma'am. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Please go
Take
ahead.
time to reflect. We live busy lives, and sometimes there's no time for thinking. When thinking is not a priority, make it one. If you don't, you'll end up like me a few years ago. I didn't reflect on anything between 212 and 200, sorry, 2012 and 2015. Result, all of a sudden, I felt overwhelmed and didn't know what to do with my life. I had a true internal crisis on my hands. Since I had no idea what to do, I started reading more books, and I noticed that many smart and happy people kept journals. They also reflected more on their life. More specifically, they reflected on the things they learned, the mistakes they made, and the goals they achieved. When I started journaling, I began with writing my own autobiography. It's not meant for publication, it's meant for reflection and learning. If you don't know what to write about, write your life story. I'm sure you learn more about yourself with every paragraph you write. I journal and make sure to read my notes once a week. That's all I mean when I talk about reflecting. I do it for three reasons. It helps me to uncover my mistakes so I can avoid them in the future. It helps me to value my progress when I read my past achievements, to get my thoughts in order so I can second guess myself. That helps me to take better decisions. In short, I journal and reflect because it's useful. Wonderful, huh? Yeah. Is that all?
So, yeah, that's all.
Oh,
So let's reflect on this.
yeah. Just a minute. So, may I comment or do I allow someone else?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Uh, See, in as a human being, when we live, there are times that either we behave, or we think, or we act, or we do something by our own thoughts, or by those around us, could be your teachers, your friends, or your bosses, or family members, or whatever it is. That's the second category. And the third category is when we start responding because a situation demands I should do something. So these are the ways we do it. And very often, when we are led by these things to act, to think, to behave, every action is not what it should be. When it is not what it should be, from life point of view, it would be counted as mistakes. So these mistakes are bound to happen in everyone's life. Let us not, I'm not saying we are perfect or not, but some mistakes or a decision or an action or a thought which should not have been done, but you did it for some reason. So in that sense, it would be counted as mistakes. Now, these mistakes somehow end up by spoiling your life or your thoughts or your relations, or you reach a level of a point of, regret. But at the same time, it helps you take future decisions. For example, if I have helped my neighbor, maybe he didn't like it, then next time I would think twice. So it helps me take better decisions the next time. Because as a human being, we all believe that there is something called progress, that we don't go through life, we grow through life. If we realize the difference between going and growing, then I think it's time to reflect, and a time to reflect. But, it reflects and it helps us be a better person. But sometimes situations don't change, relations don't change. So in that sense, maybe my reflection is useful to build myself, to help myself, but maybe in terms of life it is of no use. I don't know. Thank you.
Lovely, ma'am.
All right. Yes, who would like to add to this?
Sir, I would like to add ki, though we have nothing to journal, but if we write our own story, there is so much to learn from our own story after we write it down and journal in the judgment.
Mm.
Hello everyone,
When
good
you put
morning.
it down on paper, I think thoughts become clearer. And that is because, and the same thing, if you read it after a week, you realize, are 80% was what kachara I have written. So even what you write and the thoughts that you put down, or the actions or the progress or whatever it is, uh, it makes you really reflect, are is this what I should put down? Are these my achievements in life? So I think reflection is a very important part of life, but sometimes it's not useful. We reflect for our own satisfaction, I think.
Yes, Sakshi, please add on.
Good morning everyone.
Voice up, volume up.
Your volume, Sakshi, madam, we can't hear you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is it audible now?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yes, absolutely.
Actually, the whole chapter is, I think, based on from reaction to response. When we write
Little,
something,
your audio is not very clear. It's very soft. Just hold it properly, please.
hello,
Yeah,
is it clear, ma'am?
yeah.
Actually, the whole chapter brings us from reaction to response, and it comes with experience and writing. Because in most of the situations, what we do, we observe the situation and generally we react. And when we write our responses and reflections, then we come to the stage that when we think, then we observe, and then we respond. Otherwise, in general situations, what happens that we, without observing or without reflection, what we do, we give our response, and that is reaction, not response. So the whole chapter is based on, if we are going to reflect the situation again and again, that brings us to the response mode, and that makes us easier, in behavior also, in relations also. Just like just ma'am said that later on we realized that मुझे ऐसा कहना चाहिए था और मुझे इस पर्सन के साथ ऐसे डील करना चाहिए था, तो वो जो था वाली सिचुएशन है वो है में हो जाती है, एंड वी इमीडिएटली give our response according to the person and the situations, and our rapport becomes more easier with those, means the fraction becomes very less and the response becomes very smoother.
Beautifully put. See, I have a suggestion that when you're sharing your reflections, when you're sharing your insights, share it from first person singular number. उसको मैं क्या बोलूं, मतलब you just share it as if whatever is happening in your life, what you are going through. like avoid using the words we, our, and talk in terms of I, my, me, myself. That we will be able to relate more to it. है ना? Because whatever you are thinking is absolutely your thought. It has nothing to do with anybody else's thought. So the moment you and I use the word we, what happens? It goes out of us and the focus goes on something else. And we generalize things. So better avoid generalizing things when you are in this session. But this is an opportunity for you to reflect on what you are going in your life. Are you
That
getting me what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I'd like to just put in a word because I'd like you all to respond. If a similar situation from the past is there, then maybe my decisions could be better. But if the situation is totally different and more challenging, I don't know to what extent reflection would help me. It would help me up to a certain point, but beyond that, I don't think so. Because very often we come across situations, events, happenings which are not, which are unique, something new keeps on happening, and we are not able to uh, really. The past may help or may not help. I don't know.
It's we or I.
I. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Ma'am, in this situation, what I do, I take a pause and observe. Then I relate. And it is very interesting that some of the past experiences, or the, you can say, the vibration of that moment immediately guides you how to respond.
Yeah, when the situation is similar or linked. But if you're all together coming across a new situation, I don't know.
So let me share something very interesting on this discussion. See, in NLP, the communication model of the mind, it says that every thought that comes to us, we do three things with it. Either we delete it, like we just ignore it, and whatever we take up, normally we take up a very small fraction of it, hardly say about 6 to 7 thoughts out of a million. And with those 6 to 7 thoughts, we do two things. The first thing is which we'll call distortion. डिस्टॉर्शन का मतलब यह है कि हमारा जो भी पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस है हम इसके साथ उसको कनेक्ट करते हैं because otherwise we do not have anything to compare it with, है ना? For example, somebody comes here and tells you that I'm facing this problem, so the moment you hear that word problem, you are connecting to your own experience of the word problem, your own emotion associated with the word problem, है ना? So this is the second thing that we do. Now here I'm using the word we because that's what NLP says, that this is how the communication model of the mind works. So second thing that we do is हम उसको डिस्टॉर्ट करते हैं. डिस्टॉर्ट मतलब हम उसमें अपना मीनिंग ऐड करते हैं बेस्ड ऑन द एक्सपीरियंसेस दैट यू एंड आई हैव, है ना? ये एक्सपीरियंस हर एक का यूनिक है, ये किसी के साथ मैच नहीं करता. यहाँ पे वो फर्क आ जाता है वी एंड आई में. देन कम्स अ थर्ड थिंग. नाउ वंस यू एंड आई distort it, like connect it with the meanings or experiences of my life or your life, you do the third thing. The third thing is generalization. And generalization is a trap. हमें लगता है सबके साथ ऐसा ही हो रहा है. And how you can catch yourself when you're using the word, any word which ends with ly, generally, actually, है ना? जहां भी आप ये ly word use कर रहे हैं, what you are actually doing is you are generalizing it. So in one of the chapters in this book, Darius Foru was talking about every decision that you are taking, every decision is coming from your past. Even NLP also says that every decision that you're taking is coming from your past. In fact, there's another beautiful science called ontology, which is science of being. That also says that every decision that you're taking is coming from the past. Every decision, even to think about it, is a decision. That okay, I'll at least think about it. Even it is new, because every situation which is coming in your life is a new situation. However, you relate to it only with your past experiences of similar situations. And based on that you take a call, you make your choices, and followed by choices you just pick up one of those choices and then you work on that choice to come up with a decision, and once the decision is taken, then you take the action. फिर एक्शन लेने के बाद जो होता है उससे आप फीडबैक देते हो that am I moving in the right direction or not. Now this feedback is again is something with your connect with your past experiences. That's how the whole thing works. So at any given point of time, if you're thinking that it's a new decision that you're taking, no, it is a past decision that you've already taken. You really do not know when you did it, but you did it some time back, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, or it could be even when you were a child. Many of us are trapped inside that child, which is controlling our life today. You know, ontology says that every decision that is taken by you is taken by the 6-year-old child sitting inside you. आप बोलोगे 6 साल का बच्चा डिसीजन ले रहा है, यस, तो फिर मेरा तो अभी 46 है या 42 है, 36 है, तो इसका कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं. यस, इंपॉर्टेंस है. If you're 36, it's like 30 years of experience that you have, that 6-year-old child has. But the decision is eventually taken by the 6-year-old child based on the 30 years of experience. That's it. That's it. Good. Wonderful. So this is a very powerful reflection. And in fact, you and I are reflecting throughout the day. Even whatever I'm saying right now, you are reflecting based on whatever I am saying. Whatever Sakshi you are saying, you and I are reflecting on whatever Sakshi is saying. Now, when I will allow Sumita to talk on it, you will get another direction, another reflection. And again, you observe that what you are doing, you are reflecting. Reflection कहाँ से हो रहा है? With your past. आपके इस मामले में जो भी आपका past experiences रहा, even if it is 10 minutes past, you are reflecting on that thought. ठीक है, let's go ahead. It's a wonderful chapter, and आगे का chapter बहुत सारे हैं जो इसके साथ connected है.
Yeah, Pinaki, I just wanted to share
Yes,
just
please.
3 pointers, and then I'll finish it. Like whenever I did do my reflection, that's a reflection book which I have created, and every weekly basis, whenever I do and reflect my week, then the three basic questions which I ask myself: what possibly went wrong? Like there were certain outcomes which I thought of achieving it, and if I don't achieve, then what possibly went wrong? What could I have been done differently? And what the lesson learned. So these three questions really help me to reflect and help me to avoid the mistakes in the future. And to the point of what Mangla ma'am has put, I was thinking in the same direction, because life is not a straight line, and every time life gives us a different twist and turns. And the reflection, what I think is, I there were certain people whom I met in my life who were very visionary. सो कई बार होता है ना कि थिंकिंग आउट ऑफ बॉक्स और समथिंग, सम विजनरी पीपल कैसे वो सोचते होंगे कि दे वुड एबल टू फोकस द कमिंग प्रॉब्लम्स इन एडवांस. So no doubt I may not get a similar problems, and as Mangla ma'am said, and there could be some very different, altogether different. But if I were able to have some visionary thinking, for example, when I did my masters in law in 2003, the first time the course of patents were conducted, where the lawyers were taught how to convert the scientific data into an invention. And the visionary person, there was a professor and whose brainchild the NLU was created in a small city called as Jodhpur. I find that he was so visionary that he was able to understand these problems might occur in the future, and he created the course much years ahead of the problems coming in future. Even like for example in COVID, many of the business got shut down, and some business really scaled up in though the COVID आता है कि नहीं आता है, it doesn't matter to them. So I think some visionary thinking and how to create that visionary thinking is really a point to ponder. Because past experiences, what my general right now is, again based on certain experience I had it, I have reacted it, should not have been reacted it. So what triggered me, and these triggers could come from in a different situation from the different people, and when we connect the dots, we pause what Sakshi says that we all do it, but sometimes some problem really make us ponder कि यार ऐसा मैंने सोचा नहीं था, अगर मैं ऐसा सोच लेता तो शायद outcome could be somewhere. Though we cannot control 100% the future situation, but कुछ मुझे इस बात पे ये क्वेश्चन सोचने पे मजबूर कर दिया कि कैसे विजनरी पीपल, टाटाज वगैरह है, कैसे उनका थॉट प्रोसेस चलता होगा टू सी थिंग्स इन एडवांस एंड prepare themselves for the future. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful sharing. Yes, Jyoti Shankar. Happy to see you in the session. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning all. And the first time I'm joining this, I just want to understand how it's going, what are the context and other things. Thanks for allowing me to speak. Uh, as you said, I was just thinking about that because what got you here will not get you there, as per Stephen Covey. So what I was thinking is, when you said that all the decisions was taken from the past, maybe by nature it could be what I was thinking about that is. Yes, of course, all the decisions are coming from the past, but when we confront that and change that consciously, we will try to innovate, we will try to do something else rather than what we do. That's what I understand. Uh, I would say that I have tried many times and tried to innovate. As a result, I'm doing business. In fact, I'm a business person and I'm a second generation entrepreneur. We make ID cards for schools. So as a result of this thinking, out of the box thinking, I innovated a few things. For example, just for the sake of understanding, I'm sharing here. Uh, I was seeing ID card as a very normal thing, as far as like it is only in the same shape. It was in rectangle. So first time ever, I was thinking about why it should be like in the same shape. What if it could be a different shape? Then I started innovating and I created 5 different shaped ID cards that was like a butterfly shape for school children's. That becomes a beautiful innovation, very very simple, cost effective. A few lakhs I spent on that. So we were able to introduce to the market a completely new thing, first time ever. And I was not inspired by anything else. It all came from the point of creation. I created this. When you think about the future, what I believe is, of course, I have some philosophies and understandings and beliefs based on my own experiences. I used to teach teachers. In fact, during the COVID lockdown times, I was happily doing that. That's my hobby, in fact. I, by the way, I also want to say that I have written a book called The Transformational Teacher. So in 2018, I published it. What I really mean to I connecting the dots. My ambition is to transform the society at large. For that, I thought to touch the education and changing the education system will bring a big transformation on a whole. One person can do a lot of wonders, I believe. And my life purpose is to transform the society at large. For that, what I really thought would work is to bring Tirukural, one of the best book it is for the mankind, to bring that and make that book as a subject. That is my own vision. I never seen that anywhere. It's all creation. I created from my own thoughts to achieve an objective. So for that, what are the steps I've taken is, first thing is I've written a book to make myself as an thought provoker and thought leader in that space. Because
We are going out of focus right now.
I understand. I
Conclude this
understand.
chapter.
So what I am trying to say is, when I reflect, no, I just want to ask that particular question. Like every time we are coming from the past, when you break that, when you think about the future, probably we'll be able to innovate. We probably will be able to discover or change, or we can come out of that. That is the point I want to say. Is it right
Very
or
true.
wrong? You have to validate. And another
Very true.
point is, yeah, and reflection. As far as the reflection is concerned, what I am really doing is, I started writing diaries long back, but I stopped again. Recently, I started writing gratitude journals. So every day, at least 5 gratitudes I note down in a diary. who are all like I need to say gratitude, share gratitude, or say thank you for the previous day. So by when I do this diligently, I understand that there are so many people around me that I need to say gratitude for whatever the contribution they are making to make my life better. That really gives me like a very good feel, and I completely came out of the point of anger, wrath, and vengeance or anything. It is, I believe it is completely out of my mind, because when I start expressing myself about thinking about like where I could say thanks for people for so small things, I started keep searching for like opportunities where I can say thanks and really feel the express the gratitude. So when I reflect, I understand these are the results I got. When I think about when I take time and think about things, we can come up with so much of things, which is unbelievably, incredibly great things where I can be very peaceful, very happy about it, about the life as such, and no complaints whatsoever. Thank
वेरी
you.
ट्रू. एक्चुअली ये चैप्टर ही ऐसा है कि जब आप बोलना शुरू करोगे रुकना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. It is such a beautiful chapter. Take time to reflect. Because what happens, we and you and I get into that old experiences that we already have, and reflecting on that, इतने सारे थॉट्स आ जाते हैं कि लगता है कि ये भी बताऊं वो भी बताऊं. So wonderful. Thank you so much. Yes, who would like to share next? Read next. Somita, आप पढ़ो. My money rules.
My money rules. One of my friends told me he hated his job. I asked me why he didn't take any action. I need the money, he said. I automatically knew that he assumed that the only option for him to quit. The reason is that we become too dependent on something when we give it too much importance. There is a simple solution to devalue the value of money. I live by these 5 rules. Number 1, don't buy shit you don't need. Number 2, save at least 10% of your income every month. Number 3, stock out of the debt. Stay out of debt. Number 4, invest your money in things that have a return. And last, don't be slingy kids, just money.
What is the fourth one? Invest in money. What?
Invest your money in things that have a return. And last, don't be stingy. Don't be stingy. CIT is just a money.
It is your money.
Okay, it's your money. Don't be stingy, it's your money. That's what I have done for the past 3 years, and I haven't had a single thought about money. Actually, that's not true. I still think about money. Everybody does. But as soon as I think I have enough money in my saving account, I stop thinking about money. No matter what happens, if you have enough money to survive for 6 months, you will figure it out. There is only one condition: invest in your skills. It's naive to think we will always be able to find a job or make money. It takes effort. But since when is that a surprise? I just make sure I invest my money instead of in spending it. Investing money is not only about investing in the stock market or in a real estate. I have no problem paying 3 grand for a new laptop because it's a tool I use to do my job, and that makes me money. Also, I'm never cheap when it comes to buying important things. I'd rather buy a good jacket that lasts years than buy a cheap one that I have to replace next year. Simply put, I don't buy things I don't need. I don't need a new iPhone every year. I don't need $5,000 shoes. But that doesn't mean I own only one pair of shoes. I simply don't buy everything I like. Buying stuff in excess is not practical because I don't have enough space. Plus, I like to train myself to resist things to improve my self discipline. Remember, money is a replaceable resource. When you're out of it, you can earn it back. You can't stay the same for time. Don't spend too much time thinking about money.
Wow. So let's have some reflection on this.
I think earning money and spending money, the base of it is all fear and uncertainty. And the third thing is my wants. So if you can limit your fears and your wants, then I think the attitude towards money can change. I
Mm.
am scared that what others would say. I'm scared of my life in the future. I'm scared of what would happen. I'm scared, will my money be enough? So that makes me think or get obsessed with money. The second thing is, what do I want? My wants and comforts are eternally changing and increasing. Why they change? Maybe because I want it for myself, or I want to impress others in society that I'm rich. So I think in terms of buying a Mercedes, etc., etc., etc. So it is, I think the struggle for money is between fear and your unfulfilled and endless wants. So if these two factors can be taken care of, then I think the attitude towards money can change. Thank you.
Great. Yes. Sumita, you want to add to this?
I just wanted to emphasis on the fourth point because I see my husband in and out in this work. First, you earn for money and let money earn for you. So investing in a right resources is very, very important so that the inflation and all your future important needs could be taken care of it. And minimalistic is also something a very emphasized in this chapter, to live a minimalistic life, because buying extra stuff, like people says, when there is a too much clutter outside, there is a clutter inside, so we don't get a thinking clarity also when we have too much of stuff. And there should be always a demarcation between need and greed. So you must able to prioritize whether you are falling in the line of needs or greed, because now the Christmas or the New Year time is around the corner. There will be so much of sale, and we may tempted to buy things which we don't need, but just because of the sale, we will be trying to accumulate the things, and later we will later I may regret if I fall in the category of greed. So I think minimalistic theory should be applied, and investment is so important. And yeah, and the third most important thing is, your brain is, so much important resource. It's a diamond, hidden diamond. So instead of buying diamonds, golds, jewels from outside, if we invest in this jewel, which is our brain, invest on ourselves, then nothing like it, because everything can get vanished by one click of earthquake or whatever, the volcano or crash. But the investment in our knowledge, in our learning, will never get extinguished. So I think it's my prime duty is that I must learn to invest on myself first, rather than the materialistic things.
At one level, I think it works what you said 100%. But the equation between earning, living, and taking care of the future. I repeat, the equation between what I earn, what I need now, and what is in the future for me, it, the equation doesn't work. And that is what makes people think negatively about money. Negatively, by that I mean they try to get money not from ethical ways, but maybe unethical ways. And so you have the income tax department, the ED department. But if these things are taken care of, like I see my friends in the West, they don't have to bother about health. The state government is there. They don't have to bother about so many other things in terms of emergency. Yes, there is a medical thing. So here we live in a society where everything you have to solve yourself, and your earning, your necessity, and your fear and uncertainty of the future makes you think differently. So with this, we do need a lot of money, even at the minimum level, which is much more or disproportionately more than what I earn. So that I think makes one think differently or negatively or about money. And if
I pause. So sorry, I'm not able to because there is a lack of awareness when it comes to financial literacy, and that is why that fear is propping up because the inflation rate is increasing. But if we learn, that's the reason. If you catch my word, first you work for money and let money work for you. And that happens only when you invest and you get a better financial literacy on your investment so that your retirement is so safe and it is matching
it
towards
doesn't
your
work, ma'am. It
retirement age.
doesn't work with all your necessities in life. Put it
And
down
we
on
have
paper
health
and see. I have
insurance, we
seen it.
have
It has
term
not worked.
insurance. Yeah, we
It has
have so
not worked.
many. India has wonderful, health insurance. It is only our awareness where to invest because India has a beautiful, though it's
No,
not
ma'am. No,
because we're
sorry.
not so
Sorry.
developed as
No,
US,
no,
but
ma'am. I have
definitely
gone
we
through
have
very, very bad
insurance.
things. It's totally disproportionate to what you earn and what you invest, even in the health sector. Even in the health sector.
Yes, Manish, your take.
So, when it comes this topic, leaving the job and doing something else, doing something else of your choice, I'm on the other side because I have felt the same situation and I'm feeling the same situation. Right now, I'm working with Indian Oil for the last 23 years, presently as a DGM in Mumbai.
Can you hold your
And
audio a little better, please? Yeah.
I have been thinking for quitting the job for the last so many years, and I was not able to do that. So that is why I'm saying that I am on the other side of the table for this topic, and why I am not able to quit my job and doing what I like to do, just because of the insecurity of the things and the expenses. I have my family to take care, and my son and daughter, the increasing expenses, the lifestyle which we are living, and suddenly quitting the job is not the solution. So you have to have certain plans in advance. Even if you invest and you do your financial planning well, it is very difficult to give up your job.
Mm.
So that is why I have already decided that right now I am 47. At the age of 50, I am going to quit my job. So till that time, I have to manage my finances in such order so that I can take my future expenses and maintain the same lifestyle which I have been maintaining for the last so many years.
Yeah,
So
you
there should not
really
be any
said.
dearth of doing that. So for one thing which I was listening Somita ji saying is minimalist. So I am also of a habit of not expending here and there, just instant buying or impulsive purchasing sort of thing. We should avoid those things. And um, financial planning we can do. Yes, I have been investing in mutual fund for the last uh, 11 years. So that is again creating a good this thing for future. Um, so like this I am doing, and I am hopeful that I'll be able to uh, quit my job after 50, let's say after 3 years. So that is my take when I was just going through this topic. So I was connecting myself. Yeah, Pinaki.
Wonderful.
I want to
Beautiful.
say in
Yes.
this matter that
I
yes,
want, who would like to add to this? Shweta, who is talking? Manish. Yes, Manish, please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I want to share. This gratitude, this journaling. Journaling is related to every aspect of life, whether it is the money or everything like that. So when we journal, and we are very mindful of what we really want to achieve. So basically, on the money part also, when we are journaling, basically journaling helps as a progress tracker of any area of your life. Maybe money, like okay, if I'm earning 1 lakh, so okay, where should I invest that money? And when I with that progress tracker like journaling, I can see, whether my money is growing or it is degrowing, like where I am investing that money, right? So I think journaling is a very powerful tool for any area of life. and it keeps you very mindful of how you are spending your mental energy, physical energy, and your finances also. So it keeps you in good control of your direction of life. And when you start achieving your milestone, yes, that's okay. You can celebrate your milestones. You can stay motivated. So basically, uh, on the money part, we should be very mindful of when we on the money part, when we do the journaling, we can make two sections, like, do I really need that, or I'm just buying it because it is of low value, or just it is on sale, right? So we should be very mindful of how we are spending our money, because you know uh, the money grows if it is invested in a right way, right? I think and there are so many books on money investing and things like that. So and the best investment is in education. The best investment is education. So whatever area we want to improve in life, we should be very educated. We should take training courses, read books and things like that. So it will give you in good control of where you are going. Are you going in the right direction, or you are not? So so I think, and money is a very important tool, because you can do so many things with money, but that other thing you can't do otherwise. Yeah. So I think we should do journaling in every area of life, and it will help. It will serve as a progress tracker, and we should and it will give you in good control of your life, both emotionally, physically, and financially, in every area of life. So I think personal journey is a very powerful tool. Thank you.
Beautifully connected, Manish. Beautifully connected. Like as Sumita was talking about her husband's views that first work for money and let your money work for your work for more money. And if it is not happening, then journaling can help me. That's what you connected. And exactly, I looked at it from that context. Okay, things are not working that way for me till now. What I'm doing today, and when I journal it, I can see that this is what I'm doing today. And when I'm very clear, this is what I'm doing today, now I can make a difference. I can make a choice. Okay, what can I do? What am I supposed to do? Or how can I make it happen for me? So that after saying, if I connect it with what Manish said, that by the time he reaches 50, he knows that my life is taken care of by the money which I've already earned so far. And now I can focus my attention on something else where I'm looking forward to focus my attention to. So I could connect all the three dots, beautifully summarized. I would like Shweta also to add to this. Shweta?
Yeah, I am there actually. Good morning, everyone. So I have been hearing and I have heard reading also. So actually, I have seen some podcasts about money, and also there I saw how effective it is to jot down what is in, what is out, and how it is going to reflect in your life. So after that, I didn't completely implement in my life. I can say I just started off. So that is itself is a big place of awareness is what I felt. So we will surely miss small things only, but they are really costing us a lot, is what I saw. So yeah, this is what we have to be. First thing is, once we are aware about anything, that's where is the key to start anything, is what I understood. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Yes, Manish.
So, I have gone through also some of the podcasts, so I can suggest some of the things which a person can do. The one thing is that after certain age, you can opt for SWP, that is systematic withdrawal plan. People can read and know about it through social media also, or through some podcasts. The second thing what you can do as you grow older is the reverse mortgage. That is another very good tool. You should learn about these things. You have the house which is free. Now you can mortgage it to the bank and get the monthly income out of it. And when you are no more there, you complete your life. After that, bank will sell that house and pay. First, they will clear the outstanding belongs to you, and then the remaining amount they will pay to your legal heirs. So that is another second thing. So first is SWP, second is reverse mortgage. So these two things I just want to mention, that if somebody is planning for some this thing, take these two things into your consideration also. These are good tools which I have learned.
Wonderful. We have to engage Manish also now.
Pinaki ji, I want to add one
Yes,
point
Sakshi.
only. Actually, this chapter is based on your life ideology.
Huh.
What kind of ideology you have, accordingly you will invest and secure your money. Because there is a point I have seen, there are millionaires and billionaires who spend every moment in making money, saving money, securing money, and later on in the last of their lives they have realized that they were futile, everything was futile, and then they start investing that money for gratitude, for donation and everything. So life ideology is very important for this chapter, no? I am satisfied at which level. It also decides how you secure your money, how much scared you are. If you have a strong ideology, just like me, that nothing is planned by you, everything is predestined, you can, only enhance that. तो अकॉर्डिंगली आप उस चीज़ को करेंगे, है ना? तो ये सब आइडियोलॉजी पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपकी आइडियोलॉजी क्या है.
Yeah. So like you and I can create our own money rules, for example, and let us follow it for some time, maybe a month, and then you come back and reflect on that. कि मैं अभी कहाँ पे हूँ following these money rules. Which of these I can change and make it better for myself. So every month, probably we can do that. Each one of us can do it. Like creating our own money rules, follow it for a month, and then on the last day of the month, we just reflect on it, and then tweak it, change it, modify it, so that
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
can make it
I
work for
we
you. Huh?
just like I observed the philosophy of my parents, and
Uh-huh.
later on I have seen the drawbacks and plus points of it, and I added my own to it. Means what was
Beautiful.
lacking in their philosophy, what can I enhance in that for me also and for my kids also. And in this era, we are seeing that students are smarter than us. They are starting their own setups. They are not working for others. So they start their financial planning from, our point of view. We decided it in later 30s or 40s, but they are starting it from 20s and 15.
Because we found our parents not to do it, so we started it. Now our children are following us. So they saw that their parents are already doing it. So why not I start as early as possible? Yes, Jyoti Shankar.
Yes, recently I was part of a sessions. I learned something about money, how to handle the money. Till that time, I had some other perspective. The learning I got is whatever you do by earning, 10% of your earning should go for a like giving to others without expecting anything, and just a donation or whatever. So when I started doing that past 3 4 months, one is I feel very inner happiness. Other thing is incredibly I was getting good business. Incredibly I'm getting good returns in somewhere else. I don't know how it is connected, and that is what they also said that it will happen, and it's really started happening very recently for me, and it's a great experience for me. Like when you give without expecting and to somebody else for no reason, for their wants and needs, understanding in person, and I'm giving it, and it is not to like connect with them or not to get anything out of that, then that really works wonders. I'm not very sure. It is very short time for me to say even say that to, but maybe there are people who have been doing this for quite some time and they share their own experiences. That was really incredible. That's that they what they are calling it, that as a seed capital, like the 10% of your earnings is
Wow.
a seed, and that philosophy
What
really works.
what a new way of thinking. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Jyoti Shankar. Yes, Manish.
Hmm, I just want to add on what Sakshi was saying. See, what happened is that, whatever we want to achieve in life, we have to take the first step. We have to take the action. The first step, take the action through the first step, and then the universe will follow. So I think that is a very important thing because the law of attraction works on action. So the manifestation also says that you take the first step, and the You just stick to it, and then the universe will follow. Then the situation, whatever you need to have to achieve that, that will follow. So we should never fear of taking action. And when I said about journaling, you say what I have, like the best experience of life is through your own life, right? So what mistakes I had done, when I look for perfection, I don't take action. So if, let's say, if I am going to earn 10 rupees, if I didn't take like, for perfection, if I want to score 10 out of 10, but I was not ready for that because I didn't find the perfect time to invest, right? But I lost the opportunity to earn 8 rupees, 7 rupees, 6 rupees, right? So what I'm saying is, through journaling we should have a deadline for every action, every investment, or any goal of your life, that by this time I have to take the action. Maybe it is not 10 out of 10, maybe 8, but 7, 6. It's just like, you cannot score 4 on every ball, right? So for some ball you will score 6, some ball you will not score anything, some ball you will score 1, right? So best thing is to give your best on every ball, whatever the ball demands. So same for life. So just understand what the situation demands and do your best. You may not get anything, but you are positive, you are staying motivated, you're on your way of you know uh, like, this is how I want to achieve my goal. You stay on the track basically. And one
Wonderful.
more thing I was reading yesterday, very beautiful. God gave only the problems that we can handle. It's just a matter of time. Things get straightened up. So whenever we go through difficult challenges situation, we should have that patience, we should have that courage, and we don't win every match also. It actually, you have to stay motivated and stay on your track. That's it.
Absolutely.
So most of the things will fall in place. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wonderful sharing. Okay, I want Pallavi to read. Pallavi, would you mind? Okay. All right. Then who else? Who has not spoken yet? Okay, Ankita, go ahead. And then we'll have. Okay, let's go ahead with this chapter. Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Don't try to think your way out of everything. This doesn't make sense at first sight, but when you think too hard, you often come up with bad ideas. That's because you cannot actively think your way out of everything. We have all had good ideas while taking a shower. That's because we are not actively thinking. It's a good it's good to let your attention wander and stop thinking. This is also a part of controlling your mind. You have the ability to decide when you want to let go of your thoughts. Similar to relaxing your muscles, when you lay on the couch after a tough day, you can let loose of your thoughts. You can do that in many different ways. Some like to take a yoga class, others prefer to meditate every day. The medium doesn't matter. I have learned that there are many ways to relax. However, only one thing is critical. You don't need anything to relax but yourself. You don't need yoga, exercise, meditation, music, scents, or whatever it is you think you need. Let go of everything. You can escape your outside world and go inside your mind to find peace. If you cannot do that right now, train yourself. Become aware of your thoughts, observe them, and let them go. That's the whole process. You can do that anytime, any place. You don't need different scenery or class to do those things. Let go and relax. And do it as often as you think is necessary. You will find that the moments you are not thinking are just as important as the times you are actively thinking. Yeah, thank you.
You know, someone must read this chapter again. एक बार और कोई पढ़े.
May I?
Oh yes, please, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute. Don't try to think your way out of everything. This doesn't make sense at first sight, but when you think too hard, you often come up with bad ideas. That's because you can't actively think your way out of everything. We've all had good ideas while taking a shower. That's because we are not actively thinking. It's good to let your attention wander and stop thinking. This is also a part of controlling your mind. You have the ability to decide when you want to let go of your thoughts. Similar to relaxing your muscle, when you lay on the couch after a tough day, you can let loose of your thoughts. You can do that in many different ways. Some like to take a yoga class, others prefer to meditate every day. The medium doesn't matter. I have learned that there are many ways to relax. However, only one thing is critical. You don't need anything to relax but yourself. You don't need yoga, exercise, meditation, music, sense, or whatever it is you think you need. Let go of everything. You can escape your outside world and go inside your mind to find peace. If you can do that right now, train yourself because become aware of your thoughts, observe them, and let them go. That's the whole process. You can do that anytime, any place. You don't need a different scenery or class to do those things. Let go and relax and do it as often as you think is necessary. You'll find that the moments you're not thinking are just as important as the times you're actively thinking.
Beautiful,
So
man.
my reflection is when I'm taking shower, I get all smart ideas. So the moment I come out of the room, I just make a note of it somewhere, and later I'll forget it. Ki what was that? So it is that passive thinking that I experienced. The same thing is mentioned. That was my reflection.
So,
Mm.
can I?
Yes, yes, Manish.
Why these people, the lyricists and all the storytellers, they take break from the routine life and go to some other station to think creativity just because of this thing. If you think harder on some lines, it becomes more difficult
Mm.
to create an idea. So for creating the idea, you have to just let it be, and that is, I think, the whole crux of that whole passage. Let it be, and be comfortable with your thoughts. Be easy. So that is what I think author wants to say.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Shilpa, add your point.
Okay, I want to tell you a little story, okay? I'll make it very, very short. There was a person, he and his family believed that when they stand at the bus stop, they have to get into the bus which is standing there. Whether it goes to they did not think about the destination. They only knew that whenever a bus comes, they have to get into it. And it will drop them wherever it goes. But and this the family believed it so much so that they always got into the bus. So this man or this boy who got in the bus, at the end of the day, when he would come back home, he would be very dissatisfied, very lost. And one day, while he was standing at the bus stop, a man comes up to him and says, I see you traveling on the bus the whole day. Where do you want to go? So that boy looks at him and says, everybody knows you there's a bus and you have to get into the bus. So that man looks, no, you have to get into the bus that takes you to your destination. And so for the boy, he starts thinking and he looks around and sees that his family is not there. So he says, okay, let me try. And then the first bus comes and he does not get into that bus. Then the second bus comes, he does not get into the bus. Third bus comes, he does not get. And with this, he has this feeling that he's in control of something. And then he looks at a bus and he says, this bus is going there. I think I would like to go there. And he gets onto the bus. So, for the very first time in his life, he does not get lost. He comes home feeling satisfied. And then he shares this with his parents after trying this out for a few days. So, the bus is the analogy for thoughts. You don't have to get into every thought, every bus. You only decide where you want to go. That's it.
वो सुबह सुबह क्यों नहीं आती हो?
Arey, I am in Delhi and I'm trying to go to Bombay and I'm trying to get flights, or I'll talk about it later. I could
It's
not
in the
manage this one.
reflection and we are missing you. What is the point?
But I was the last whole 2 weeks I have been meditating up in the mountains. I was in Dharamkot. So
And if the bus is even more crowded when you're at the last step of the bus, that is even more exciting.
yeah, but you can always get off, no?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I know Somita can add to this.
You
Somita.
cannot get off while the bus is moving.
But this bus you can. This is the bus you can.
You can
ये
You
shout
हमारे
have
aloud
बस में
and
नहीं
say,
है
I feel like vomiting, and
शिल्पा जी
everyone will stop.
शिल्पा जी ये हमारे बस में नहीं है
I love the word. I don't know what it is called. In German, it's called Wortspiel. Play of words. I like
yes
that.
but it's a beautiful metaphor what you have given. Yes.
Nilesh, long time. Your reflection.
Yeah. Author wants to say that to for our peace of mind, we do many things like meditation. In a vacation, we go for tour for the peace of mind. But he emphasized on that are the external thing. You concentrate on your inner thoughts. All those things need not to do. If you concentrate your inner thoughts and inner feeling, you will get the peace of mind. That's my
Beautifully,
takeaway from this.
beautifully put, Awesome. Yes, Manish.
See, what I understood is that, see, whatever you want to achieve, just focus on the thoughts related to that. उसके अलावा जो भी थॉट आता है जस्ट से बाय टू दैट. तो उससे क्या होगा ना कि नहीं तो अदरवाइज क्या होता है कि every thought we focus on it takes a mental energy from you, and your mental energy is limited, and it affects your cognitive function also. It's just like, if you keep running throughout the day, you'll be you can't run for next day, right? So it's just like, every mental energy has a limit, every physical activity has a limit. So it's just like whatever you want to achieve, just focus on the thoughts related to that, right? Write that down and just put your entire energy on those thoughts. Apart from that, जो भी thought आता है उसको बोलो, just don't focus on that. So it will keep you in good state of mind. Cognitive function भी अच्छा रहेगा, stress free रहेगा. कि just like you have booked the tickets, you have packed everything, you have make a list of things कि भाई मुझे ये करना है, I've taken all the shopping done and you are ready to fly, just like that. So just focus on the thoughts that serves you. That's it. Not anything else. Rest is just a noise. So it's just like, then we are in good control of our thoughts also. And if we are control on the thoughts, we can use our mental and physical energy in the right way. It just, we should have that laser focus of life. ठीक है ना? Laser focus say you can burn anything, but if your focus is distributed, you like you'll not be doing what you are supposed to do. So one should to focus on your thoughts, just focus on the thought that serves you. So, and when we do that practice every time, we start filtering the thoughts. ठीक है ना? It's just like we attract only what we think. So जो भी सोचेंगे वही थॉट आएगी हमारे पास, बाकी filter out. So I think that's a nice way to handle our thoughts. Yeah.
Absolutely. Beautifully summarized, Manish. Awesome. Yes, Jyoti Shankar.
Yes, as the says going, there's a research, I think, close to 65,000 thoughts are coming for every average individual every day. And it's not about like sticking on to it, and it is our choice to go behind what. So when we have clarity, we will know what are the thoughts we need to develop and what are the thoughts we need to ignore. And I've been doing meditation for the past 4 5 years, in the morning 4 o'clock daily. And I used to confront so many thoughts in between. And as I understood, we have to like be a listener to our thoughts, be a third person for our thoughts. Now I am clear, like what are the thoughts I should catch up and follow it. And as somebody said now, I know which are the buses I need to like let it go, which are the buses I should really step in. So similarly, it's a practice. By practice, I was able to be in awareness, rather people call us mindfulness or whatever. So it's very critical that where we are heading to, and what are the things I need to do, and just stick out to that. Other thoughts are just yeah, it's like your colleagues, or when you are in a journey, there will be so many people around you. Not that you are going behind everybody. So we know where we are heading to. Just be with that and focus in just wherever you are going. That's it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Hi, Devi. Would you like to add to this?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Pinaki. So, Ankita was saying, no, not to this, but the earlier part of the book that we read. So, Ankita was saying that, something, she gets some really fantastic thoughts and ideas under the shower. I don't know what's the connection with water and us because I'm reminded of my experience. So, my experience says, so I will add the word transformational. So transformational thoughts come to me when I'm under the shower as well. So I don't know what is the connect or what is the link between water and us. Maybe, so the only thing that I can think of now is that, water has that kind of a calming and soothing effect on your body, on your physiology. Okay. So what normally when you're trying to sit in a room, okay, and trying to meditate or stay calm, relax, which your water sort of aids. you in doing this, maybe. It has a very calming and soothing effect. You're all by yourself, you're in complete solitude. And maybe that is what works wonders. And this is my experience. This is my real life experience. And not once. It has been often, but the word is transformational thoughts. Transformational thoughts transcend upon me when under the shower. Might sound crazy. It's absolutely true for me. That's it for me.
I will
Beautifully
throw
put.
some light here.
Yet,
Yeah,
please.
go ahead, go ahead.
Debbie, as we all know, most of us know that our body is made up of five elements, but the major
Yes.
part of our
Water.
body is
Yes,
70% of water. And
that's correct.
a creation is always happy when it meets its source. 70% of water is already your body. It is the source. And when you reach again, and that is why Jai Shankarji was saying that poets and other creative workers go to far, away places. And most of those places are natural places and near the river or the mountains. Whatever element you are made up of, they reach to that element. That's why they get the energy. Just like Manishji said, that universe is having the power, only your thoughts should be connected with them. So when we are connected with that source, we naturally get that power and clarity in our thoughts. And that's why Wordsworth said that I wandered lonely as a cloud. Whenever he wanted to write, he, used to sit in tranquility, peaceful atmosphere. And that's why he said that poetry is the spontaneous flow of powerful feelings. Spontaneous flow is the word. Whatever is natural, that is perfect. Whenever we go to artificiality, clumsiness is there, clarity is not there. And due to this artificiality, we have, overburdened our life. Whenever we are simple, easy, and natural, we are always happy. And this is the reason that in modern society, people are materialistic, they are artificial, they are living for, expectations. And our previous generation was happier than us. They were not having facilities, they were not materialistic, they were very much natural than us.
क्या बात है,
Yes.
क्या
Beautifully, beautifully put. Thank
beautifully
you,
connected.
Shilpa.
Yes, Mangala ma'am. We can't
I
hear you,
think
ma'am. Can't hear
I think Shah
you.
Rukh Khan also stated in the past that he is peace only when he takes the shower. I remember this.
Wow. I feel blessed. So I'm Shah Rukh Khan now.
Again, you are making yourself artificial and only connect to yourself. You are Debbie.
Yes, I just,
Debbie once
Shilpa, I
said
just
that
tried
she
to make
feels happy.
light. Sorry. Sorry, come again, Shilpa.
Don't cite the example of Shahrukh. You say Debbie is happy when she is under the shower.
Makes sense a lot. Yes, but I just tried to make light of the situation.
Can
Beautiful.
I
Yes,
add one
Mangala
more
ma'am,
thing?
please add. We can't hear you, ma'am. You need to unmute yourself. Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself.
I had read a research paper and I'd like to share it. It was regarding the great people of the world who have been innovative, like, the Chinese, the Jeff Bezos, etc., etc. These big international figures who have really come up with innovative ideas and which have, in the sense, made them successful. I'm talking in terms of worldly success. So what they had to say is most of them end up by doing a lot of routine work. Why? For the simple reason, when they are doing routine work on a daily basis, they do it very mechanically. And when they are doing something mechanically, the mind is more free to think of a higher level of thinking. And that is why you find a lot of them lead a very simple life, because simple life means you're doing the same thing very mechanically. But at the same time, their minds are differently built. They are what we call as transformational ideas. And these ideas are what give the base for innovation, evolution, and progress. So
Wow.
Thank you.
That is a wow. Yes,
Can
yes,
I
Jyoti
share
Shankar.
something, Pinaki?
Yes, ma'am. Jyoti Shankar is waiting. Then we'll take up you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, thank you. And I like watched YouTube long back. Dr. Emito, if somebody has time, just look into it. Dr. Emito, he has did a big research on water, and his papers like presented like water is responding to our thoughts, any water for that matter. So if you take a water, a tumbler of water, if you just utter some mantras and that responds in a way when you go see that water in a microscope, it will look like a flower. And when you say something wrong or something like bad words, the same water responds in a different way. It looks scattered. So what he was trying to like prove is water is responding. Water is responding. When we are 70% of water, our thoughts really impact our life. So we have to be very conscious, and our actions, our minds, whatever we are getting into it, that really have a direct impact to ourselves. So it's very important that we be positive, for ourselves to be very positive, and that the water is exactly the reflection. Everybody has, even there are some exercises like when you think when you are in the shower, that will happen. That will definitely like get things done. Like law of attraction works, especially when you are in with water, and that's why it's happening. Thank you.
Great.
I want to
आज
add
का
one thing
डिस्कशन
here.
एकदम अलग लेवल पे चल रहा है.
Thank you.
ये मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है सबसे, अर्ली मॉर्निंग हम सभी लोग, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ अस आर कनेक्टेड, मतलब मैं अपनी बात करूं, मैं तो हूँ, पिनाकी जी नहीं तो कहेंगे फिर से तुमने भी बोला। तो आई जनरली डू इट एंड ऑन द डेली basis it's my habit. Whenever I hold the glass of water, because as you Jaishankar ji said that water has energy and it respond to our thoughts. I agree, completely agree with that. तो वाटर के ग्लास को वेन एवर वी होल्ड इट और वेन एवर वी आर टेकिंग द शावर, just make 2 or 3 thoughts and rotate them and repeat them in the mind. I am a powerful soul, I am a blissful soul, and God is with me. बस यही 2-3 बातें बोलने से ही everything will happen.
Yes, Sumita ma'am.
पिनाकी, जैसे अभी मेरा ये बैटरी काफ़ी लो थी, तो मुझे मेरे नेफ्यू से चार्जर लेने जाना था। तो उतने में मैंने सोचा कि जब तक वो उठेगा मैं बाहर जाके देख के आती हूँ क्या क्या है। और वो जो ये चोरल नदी है उसके ऊपर ये बांध है, यहाँ का रेस्ट हाउस है जहाँ हम एक दिन के लिए रुके हुए हैं। आई वेंट आउट, नदी के पार उस तरफ वो ब्रिज के ऊपर से मैं लंबा वॉक करके वापस आई हूँ। और वो जो खेतों की स्मेल आ रही थी ना नेचर की, इट वाज अमेजिंग। आई मेट सम ऑफ द स्कूल गोइंग चिल्ड्रन, आई टॉक टू देम, आई लाफ्ड विद देम एंड दे वर आल्सो एंजॉयिंग टॉकिंग टू मी। इतने मज़े से मैं एंजॉय करके वापस आई हूँ। आई सेड नाउ लेट मी सी इफ माय बैटरी इज लिटिल बिट चार्ज मोबाइल का, मैं फिर से ज्वाइन करती हूँ। और मैंने सिर्फ नेचर के बारे में बात करते हुए सुना। ये जो नेचर की बात है, इसमें सबसे बड़ी बात जो मुझे अभी तक टच की हुई है कि बुद्धा के टाइम पे 4 घटनाएं उसके जीवन में घटी। सबसे पहले उनका जन्म, वो भी एक खुले मैदान, खुले जंगल के अंदर, पेड़ों के बीच में, कुदरत में और आकाश के नीचे हुआ। फिर उन्होंने जब बुद्धत्व प्राप्त किया, सेम थिंग, खुले आसमान के नीचे, नेचर के अंदर। उसके बाद भी जो और तीसरी चीज हुई, उनका जब परिनिर्वाण हुआ, वो भी खुले आसमान के नीचे, कहीं महल में नहीं, किसी जगह पे नहीं। और जो भी चीजें ये जो घटी हैं, उनकी कुदरत के साथ, प्रकृति के साथ, यू कैन इमेजिन कि प्रकृति के साथ हमारा क्या क्या संबंध हो सकता है। तो मुझे ये इतना टच करता है। और मैं अभी अभी जाके आई हूँ और ये नेचर की बात हो रही है, पानी की बात हो रही है, मैं पानी को देख के आई हूँ, वो खुले आसमान को छू के आई हूँ, और इतना अच्छा लग रहा है अभी सबसे शेयर करने के लिए। बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है।
Awesome.
थैंक यू।
So thank you, my dear angels, for this wonderful morning. and we'll continue reading this book. And एक छोटा सा suggestion के साथ I just want to close the session today, where Darius was talking about that money blueprint, or your the way you are managing your money. Let us do an activity, each one of us, like just writing down 5 things that you think you must do with money, and then just do it for next 1 week. Actually करते हैं, and then come back in the group, at least with your experiences. आपको क्या मिला, क्या दिखा? Can we do this? छोटा सा एक्टिविटी है ना? उसने ऑलरेडी अपना 5 एक्टिविटी लिख दिया है, जरूरी नहीं कि वही 5 फॉलो करना है, आप अपना 5 लिखो. They may be the same, they may be different, but it's only for yourself. It's not that किसी को दिखाना है कि मैंने किया है कि नहीं. Not to uh, it's all about inspire others, inspiring self and inspiring others, that this is what I did and this is what I discovered for myself. Not to impress anybody, है ना? करके देखते हैं क्या होता है. Just for a week. Yeah. So that's it. Wonderful session. A wonderful gift for me every Sunday. आज तो मुझे इसलिए अच्छा लगा कि everybody spoke. Everybody shared their thoughts. Everybody shared their mind. And it made a whole lot of difference. So thank you so much.
Okay,
Let's meet
goodbye.
next
Thank
Sunday.
you, everybody.
Thank
It's
you.
been
Thank you,
wonderful.
everybody.
for
Thank you
expressing
all.
beautifully.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Pinaki.
you.